Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you my updated price targets for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'll be looking at both the bearish and bullish price targets, as right now the bears and the bulls are really battling it out. We'll also take a look at perhaps who's in control of the actual price action. And the first chart we'll take a look at today will be the Bitcoin USDT one-day chart on the Binance exchange. And right now we're seeing a lot of indecision actually between the bears and the bulls. There's a lot of battling going on to see who will take control of this price action. Now, my previous video, it was right after the sell-off, and we came right into the Fibonacci levels that we had at the lowest level, and that was around 31,000. We actually hit 30,000. Now, a couple days later, we retraced right back into 31,000. These Fibonacci levels do actually carry weight with the traders in the market. Remember, it's not our objective to pick the highs or the lows, the tops or the bottoms. Our mission is really just to be involved at a level that exposes us to the minimum amount of risk relative to the perceived profit potential. And that is what these price targets are about. I'm not trying to pick or predict. I'm just looking at levels that I might want to get involved at and where I might actually want to get out at. And so with that all being said, you can see I have 40,000 dropped in as a resistance line currently. And you can see that we had some resistance back on these candles before we ended up selling off again. And we're currently seeing that same resistance again with these two candles. We came up into 40,000 and rejected twice. So in reality, if the bulls want to take back control of this market, they will need to achieve a close above 40,000 for starters. So 40,000 would be the line in the sand for the bulls to get above in order to begin to regain control of this market. As you can see, the moving averages are all trending down. This current price action is very bearish, and in reality, the bears are in control of this market at the moment. Doesn't mean the bulls can't take it back. It's not too late for the bulls to score a knockout and get this price moving back in the right direction. Now, let's take a look at some of our other price targets. So we have 40,000 right now acting as resistance, and right above that 40,000 happens to be the Fibonacci 618, and that's coming in just above 41,000. So somewhere in this zone, remember, the levels I'm looking at aren't actual numbers, they're more like zones. And so this 40 to 41,000 zone, I would really like to see the bulls push this price up above the 618 level. So now we're looking above 41,000. If we're going to continue moving up, then more than likely around 44,000 to 45,000 would be our next level of resistance. And then beyond that, we're looking at the 382 Fibonacci level, and we would need to get above 48,000. And another zone I'll be looking at will be 48,000 to 50,000. Once we get above this 382 level of 48 to 50,000, then I would be willing to say the bulls are back in control. And if we were to do that, you would see these moving averages confirming that the trend has shifted back in favor of the bulls. And so for the upside, the first level we need to get above is somewhere between 41 to 42,000. After that, we really need to get above probably 45,000, and then 48 to 50,000. That's what our targets for the upside if we can start to see the bulls take back control. Now, in reality, the bulls might be getting tired and this price action might roll over, and we'll see the bears come charging right back. And so the first level I'm looking at is this 786 level of around 36,000, just above 36,000. If we break down below this 36,000 level, then the bears could easily push this price right back down to the 32 to 30,000 level. And then worst case scenario, if we break that 30,000 level, as I mentioned in the previous video, the next level we would be looking at is 22,000 to 20,000. Anywhere in this range, if we break 30,000, that's our next target. And so a quick recap on the price targets on the upside. We're looking at 42,000, then 45, and then probably around 50,000. On the downside, we're looking at around 36, 30, and then 22 to 20,000. Now, with that all being said, regardless of who's in control of the market, as long as you can identify who's in control of the market, there are a lot of trading opportunities available to you. If we jump over to the Bitcoin 1 hour chart, you'll see I took several short opportunities based on price action where the price was breaking down and getting confirmation of dips below 9 EMAs, below trend lines. And probably the best one, which was the strongest indicator, was we started moving sideways for a long time and the bulls got exhausted and the bears took over and drove us back down to 31,000 after the previous crash to 30,000. And on the flip side, however, would be the next best trade I probably got involved with, and that's this run up after the bears got exhausted of driving this price down and the bulls came back and drove the price up. Once we breached the trend line and closed above the 9 EMA, you can see this price pretty much comes back and keeps testing the 9 EMA only to bounce off and go higher. So this volatility is creating excellent opportunities. Now, if you want to short Bitcoin, then you could jump over to buybit.com. I will leave a link in the description down below. They have some great sign-up offers currently. I think you can get up to over $1,000 in sign-up bonuses if you use my link in the description down below. And you can open up a short on Bitcoin if we continue to see it sell off, or if you're feeling bullish, you can certainly open up a long, and you can increase those profits by using a little bit of leverage. Now, let me make it clear. Trading with leverage is extremely risky, and if you're new to crypto trading, until you're actually profitable on the spot market, by no means do I suggest you come over and trade with leverage on the futures market. So with that being said, if we jump over to the Ethereum chart, right now after dipping down to the recent low, we're seeing Ethereum follow Bitcoin with similar trade setups. It is actually moving a little more sideways than Bitcoin is at the very moment. So we'll jump over to the daily chart and start to take a look at the price action over here on the daily chart. Now, something that stuck out to me during the last sell-off, the first wave of the Bitcoin sell-off, Ethereum came into the 1900 level and rejected strongly. Remember, Bitcoin went to 30,000. However, on the second wave down, Ethereum went lower than the previous sell-off and it sold off into 1700, where Bitcoin, rather than going lower than 30,000, actually stopped at 31,000. So in the long run, ETH sold off around 60%, where Bitcoin sold off around 54%. So there is generally more volatility on the altcoins versus Bitcoin. Therefore, I will often take advantage of trading altcoins versus trading Bitcoin. So, to recap Ethereum's price targets, we're looking at 2,700 as right now acting kind of as support and resistance. We want to get above this and move up to this 3,000 level. And then after 3,000, we're looking at around 33 to 3,400. After that, the bulls have room to run back up to the all-time highs. So on the upside, we're looking at 3,000, 3,400, and then back up to around 4,400 of the all-time high. This 2,700 level, or the Fibonacci 618, is extremely important, and we need to see this level hold. Otherwise, the bears can push this price down to around 2,400 or 2,200. After that, we're back into 19 to 1,700. Now, if we're to move into a true bear market, the next level after 1,700 is down around the 1,272 level, which is $1,000. And so this is a level I actually have a limit order placed for Ethereum. If it was to get back down to $1,000, I would be a buyer at that level. I prefer to buy when everybody is selling, and I prefer to sell when everyone is buying. And I think that pretty much wraps it up. So if you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. I will continue to do these price target updates, so now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, drop those in the comment section down below. If you're interested in trading with leverage and perhaps shorting Bitcoin and Ethereum, I will leave a link to Bybit in the description down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.